Hello, welcome to day 12, 21 days of breath work. Today we're going to talk about mindfulness and the art of mindful breath work. I've had a lot of questions come through about what is the difference between meditation and breath work? And I'm going to give you my opinion. And you might find difference of opinions or different outlooks or perceptions on this topic. But I'm going to speak to you from my personal experience. So full disclosure, this is strictly my opinion. And what I have found over the last decade of working with breath and mindfulness is that to sit still and to watch the thoughts or to watch the breath or the dance between, that is the art of meditation. So to meditate is to focus, is to concentrate, or to find stillness within. And for me, that was really challenging. That was hard to do. Take a young woman who, was working corporate America, trying to figure out life, trying to hustle, hungry for the next opportunity. We were getting into the age of social media and constantly being on screens, the to-do lists, personal relationships, professional relationships, just the movement of life. Yes. And I was living in the metropolitan area about a decade ago when I started this process. And I have to tell you, life was fast. Life was moving very fast. So the concept of meditation and stillness and the benefits that I heard from it were amazing. And that's how I got on this path. But over the last 10 years, I've found that it's been challenging to sit still and just watch. And what I'm learning that since over the last 5 years, since I've been building this practice of breath work, is that the difference is that breath work gives me an opportunity to learn how to breathe, to find different types of breath practices where I'm actually changing the manner of how I breathe to benefit the emotional state that I'm in. Not that guided meditation or meditation can't get me there, but in today's world, I have a very hard time just sitting in a lotus posture with my legs crossed, my back straight, my eyes closed, and just to train the brain to think or to not think and to just focus on the breath. What I notice is that I'm breathing incorrectly. I'm not breathing in a way that's optimal and good for my health. So very quickly, my mind races to a thought and I attach to that thought because it's hard to just come back to a breath that's not functioning correctly or that's not managing the emotional state that I'm in. So what I wanted to talk to you and breathe with you about today is how to find a way to sit still and to bring an awareness to what your definition is of meditation or breath work. So meditation for me, it comes in many different forms. There's guided meditation, there's mantra meditation, there's vipassana meditation where you're just sitting still, insight meditation. Breath work is just that. We're working on our breath. And so for me, learning how to breathe, learning the different types of patterns of breath that I experience in different emotional states has taught me how to sit in meditation. So today we're going to work on mindful breath work. So what does it even feel like to sit still and to watch your breath? And so we're going to pull from a couple pieces of our prior trainings. The deep belly breath is one of them. So to breathe from a place of calm, serene, rest and digest, right? We're going to actually kind of activate the lower lobes of the lungs. So I'm going to invite you to breathe that deep belly breath today and to expand the inhale and the exhale into a count of 4. Now we are doing breath work. We're not doing what in my mind I think of as meditation. But I want you to start with the belly breathing and then be prepared to notice what arises for you. What type of thought comes up when the thought does come? Are you in your future? Are you in your past? And just to start to label, to be mindful of the types of thoughts that are coming as you remain conscious of your lower belly or diaphragmatic breathing. Because remember, the lower breath, the lower diaphragmatic belly breath is the optimal resting breath pattern. That's the way we want you to breathe when you're just chilling on the couch, grocery shopping, cooking, right? We want you to be breathing from this lower abdominal region where we breathe low into the lungs. So we're going to basically do a mindful breath work where we're adding breath work, but we're also adding this level of mindfulness to it. How are my thoughts today? Are they in future? Are they in yesterday? Or are they in present? And when you find yourself thinking, come back to the belly breath. So you've got breath work to come back to as you teach yourself how to be mindful. So here we go. Sitting upright with your back straight, your chest open. Yes, we want the heart open to receive, and so that all our respiratory pieces of our body can be open. And I often tuck my chin slightly under because it's more of an elongation of the spine. So go ahead and find that posture. Move around a little bit, find your comfort zone. I'm choosing to close my eyes because, as I've mentioned before, I can't hear with my eyes open. Exhaling fully. Taking a deep breath in, up through the belly, up through the heart. And then letting go. Deep breath in through the belly, up through the heart. Let go. Now, breather's choice, either in and out through the nose or in and out through the mouth, whichever you prefer. I always am an advocate for in and out through the nose in these controlled seated sessions. And remember, we're breathing diaphragmatically, so we're engaging the diaphragm, expanding the belly out on the inhale, deflating the belly on the exhale. Controlled breathing, conscious breathing. Resting the breath in a natural zone, so not forcing a hard breath, but just finding your natural breath, but elongating it just a bit. Trying to stretch it to a count of 3 or 4 on the inhale or the exhale. Relaxing the chest, softening the heart space, dropping the shoulders. Focusing on the diaphragmatic breathing. But we're not pushing, we're not forcing. We're just controlling the breath in a certain area of our body. And now for the next about 5 minutes, trust me, it goes quicker than you think. I invite you to bring your awareness and your attention on the belly breath. And then as the mind shifts to a thought, which it will, take note of, is that thought destined for tomorrow, or is that thought replaying yesterday? And simply say to yourself, tomorrow or yesterday, and then come back to the belly breathing. So this is the dance, this is the meditation, this is the act and the art of stillness and redirecting thinking to breathing. Whereas breath work, we're just literally hyper focusing on the breath, on the breath, on the breath. Today we're going to start to integrate stillness. But we still have a breath work technique to return to. We're going to return to the belly breath. Expanding on the inhale, deflating on the exhale. And as your mind turns to thought, just be mindful. Is that thought about tomorrow? Is it about something I need to do, or something I need to get done? Or is that thought from yesterday? Like, I wish I wouldn't have said that, or man, I shouldn't have taken that route, or whatever the case may be. So note tomorrow or yesterday, and then drop down into the belly and come back to the belly breath. And then when the mind goes back into thought, so we're just dancing, we're practicing this mindful way of being. Every so often you'll feel the body need to take that deep breath in, and go for it, friends. Breathe in through the belly, up through the heart, and then let go. Then return back to your belly breath. That's a natural rhythmic breath pattern. So don't force yourself not into taking that deep breath. Allow your body to just do what it needs to do. And I speak of this only because my body just asked me to do it. So doing a quick body check-in. Notice if you're breathing in through the chest or in through the belly. And if you're up here, if you're up in this upper region, drop down into the belly. Activating the lower part of our lungs. So staying with this practice for about 60 more seconds. Noticing if you wander the thought, is it tomorrow or yesterday? And then come back to the lower part of your body, the abdomen, the belly, the diaphragm. Hmm. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, lick your lips, blink your eyes open. So this is a powerful experience because it's going to be really individualized, personalized to you. And think about, reflect, was I in tomorrow or was I in yesterday? And for me, I'm often in tomorrow. I'm often in my future. And what I notice is that if I can become aware of how I'm thinking, the types of thoughts that I have, I can learn to become more kind of mindful or kind to myself. I'm able to just label it, not judge it, not integrate into the next conversation, but more about coming back to my breath. And if I have a breath practice to come back to, focusing on the belly, or even breathing as a whole deep breath, you could find what works for you here. I encourage you to channel any questions. Please ask. I'm here to coach. I'm here to support. I'm here to advocate for your practice. So as you learn what you need, as you learn what doesn't work or what's challenging for you, please reach out. Throw some comments below or send me an email, Erin@abreathofwellness.com. And I look forward to hearing from your stories and your experiences on how mindful breath work is encouraging and inspiring your practice. So have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow for yet again another day of breath work.